Oh, hey, friends. Mark Holmes here for my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo. And as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Because without you guys, well, we know that I'd be down here asleep probably right about now. So, the Dallas Cowboys now have the OTAs in the books. That's right. The OTAs are done for this off season. And then they come back in middle of the month for mini camp. And then we're off until the start of training camp. So we are literally 5 weeks, 6 weeks away from mini camps. Training camp starting. This off season is just literally flying by. So far, what have we learned? Well, we've learned that Lyle Collins definitely wanted to play right tackle. The Cowboys actually want him to play right tackle, so everybody's happy, and that transition has been pretty good so far. Now, again, we haven't put pads on, so we don't know what's what and who's who till they really get out there hitting. But he seems awful comfortable there. What else do we know? We know that Dak Prescott has grabbed a hold of this team, taken the leadership role, and is damn sure high on winning a freaking Super Bowl. And the great thing that I'm hearing about Dak Prescott is that Dak Prescott, he is an every guy on the team type of guy. You might see him over there talking with Terrence Williams, sitting down at the locker there. You might see him over with Orlando Scandrick. And he's literally got guys who are ready to run into a brick wall for him, with him, to go toe to toe and do anything that this guy says. And that's a rare quality because generally speaking, a lot of quarterbacks, they have guys that just don't like them. If you look at what's going on right now in Seattle, there's some players on that defense that blame Russell Wilson for losing that Super Bowl, and they're still divided years later. Part of the reason why Richard Sherman wants to be traded is he's still pissed off about the coaching staff and the quarterback. We don't have that on this team. We have a team that for once is truly focused. There's no quarterback controversy. There's no quarterback is up here and the rest of us are down here. They are all like equals and they are there together. And you got to love that. What else do we know? Well, we know that we are definitely one of the younger teams in the NFL. We're going to have a young defense that's probably going to make some mistakes, but at least they will be making them at full speed and hopefully staying healthy. We also found out that it looks like Dimitri Moore, I mispronounced his name. I'm a wood butcher. Moore Stew, as I like to say, Dimitri Moore Stew, is actually looking really, really good and has been getting a lot of first-team reps. We also know that DeMarcus Lawrence has recovered completely from that back ailment, and that guy is focused on making up for lost time from last year. So those are a few of the parts that we have gotten together with this offseason and the early parts of the OTAs and things. But the best thing that makes me happier than nothing else is that everybody has been part of the OTAs. Technically, they are voluntary, but the team really kind of wants you to be there. And these guys, from what I'm hearing, is they're not only just doing the workouts that they want the players to do, that they're staying late, working out, lifting weights, having brunch together, spending time together, that these guys are becoming a family and they're becoming a team. And that bodes well down the road because you get to the point where, I'm old. We all know I'm old. I've been with my wife long enough that I can generally tell you what she's thinking or what her next move is before she even does anything. I can just kind of look over and say, she's going to do boom, boom, boom. Well, believe it or not, in football, you get that way too. When you are used to playing with that guard right beside you, you can kind of just have like a little lancing glow. Just a little glance, just a little thing, a little twitch of your eye. And that guy knows you well enough to know exactly what you're going to do. You might be changing and playing a little bit of game with that defensive line. But because you guys have worked together so long and you guys are almost, in each other's skin, you play better. You work around better. That's why it's hard for a free agent to come in and do really, really well because he's the outsider trying to fit in. So all of these things together, I believe are going to pay off dividends for this team. There's no guarantees how this team will do, because you can have an injury right off the bat that destroys your season, like Tony Romo in 2015. But you have the foundation there of young guys that are going to be willing to and receptive to learn and want to become better. You've got a few veterans that have been there that are going to force these guys to want to be like them. You have all the makings of, dare I say, a dynasty. Now, we've got salary cap money. We're going to have a boatload of picks next year because of the compensatory picks. We have young guys that are there. And for the most part, we have a good coaching staff that needs to be tweaked. And hopefully come crunch time, they'll be able to do better. And most importantly, they're recommitting every day. So, did I get that right? I don't know. It's been a long day, so I'm feeling kind of tired. But I feel good about what we've done so far on the OTAs and so far this offseason. And I just can't wait for the season to frickin' get here. It's just taking too long. But as always, friends, I'm Mark Holmes. This is Cowboy Joe Boo. And I'm working on getting the site for the t-shirts. The t-shirts are actually being printed this weekend. I'm hoping that I can figure out the WooCommerce so that way you can pick out the size and all that stuff. But I'm technology challenged, and I'm trying to work through that. Now I got to go to the train station, pick up the wife, bring her home, and hopefully get this other thing fixed before I have to get up and go to work in the morning. So as always, friends, I'm Mark Holmes. This is Cowboy Joe Boo, and damn, Joe Boo, I almost forgot your refill. I will be seeing you guys a little later. Have a great night. Damn, Joe Boo, how are you going to let me forget your refill, man? You got to speak up.